Hey Amani, I'm one of those who've been asking where the podcast is, and I've just listened to episode 38, and all I can say for now is that it is well. You keep going. It is absolutely well. Wishing you all the love and light. Bye.
Hi, I'm Annie Maranga. I've been listening to your podcasts. Like in the beginning, I've just listened to your last one. I mean, life is a journey. You're doing a good job, and I think it's a great avenue for men, guys, to just talk about life and also give us women an insight into what you're doing. And when you talk about depression, it is the journey to happiness. It's winding, right? And I'd really recommend reading the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Really good book if you have the time. It's very insightful as to how we can just evolve into who we truly want to be. So good job and keep going.
Greetings, my brother. I have just listened to Living Truthfully. That's my very first podcast. I'm so glad that I found you. I will continue to listen and I will continue to support. I understand where you are. I've been there. Medication didn't help. Therapy did not help. I had to find myself. And in finding myself, I don't know if you believe in a higher power, but I found myself in God. I just wanted to encourage you, to let you know that I'm rooting for you, that I'm praying for you. You have a God awesome day, and keep on pumping those podcasts out because it is a journey to healing. Shalom.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. You know, that's how we greet here at Living Truthfully. It's a beautiful day in Nairobi, and I'm glad that you're listening to this podcast and living truthfully with me. I sincerely hope that as I share my journey, that you're also finding ways to live truthfully in your own life. My goal is to live one authentic life, where I am consistent in the person that I am in every aspect of my life. It has been said that there's nothing as dangerous as a man who has nothing to hide. I'm not there yet 100%, but working towards it. And that's one of the reasons I do this podcast. Thank you so much for the feedback that you have given me. It's such life. Last week I played some clips from some of the feedback that I've received before. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Modoni. Thank you, Carol Kips. Thank you, Flora, for the feedback that you've shared. And even the guys that have played, whose clips I've played today. Shikongari, Amin, and Vanessa, thank you so much. I've received so much love from you people, from the people who have tweeted, from the people who've sent me messages on WhatsApp, on my Facebook wall, my Facebook messages. Thank you. It's life. It gives me life. It's always such a difficult thing to bear my soul. And it's counterintuitive. You know, we've been programmed, we've been taught to keep our struggles to ourselves. But I've found that the more I share my thoughts, the more I find people who not only identify, but also share their kindness. I experience kindness from you. And I cannot thank you enough. You know, failure is an interesting thing. It's a double-edged sword. I've had and also experienced the good side of failure. The side that humbles you. The side that makes you look at yourself and motivates you to be better. I've heard many stories of people who made something of themselves after experiencing some kind of failure or another. I certainly have had time to examine myself. I've had a chance to see what kind of husband I was, the kind of father I am, and the kind of entrepreneur I am. I've seen my faults and I'm working on them. One significant one that I want to share with you is that I had taught myself how to quit. You see, in my younger days, as I was growing in my career in advertising and in communication, I was somewhat sought after. And so I learned that I had options. And so when one work environment wasn't working for me, what I'd do? I'd quit. Because I was assured of the next job. And indeed, the next job always appeared. And it was always better than the last. The problem is, I built the quitting muscle. And I lost the muscle that sustains you when things get hard, when things get tough. So when things got tough for me in my marriage, what did I do? I leaned on the muscle I had built. I quit. Only this time, there was no promise for a better proposition. Now, learning this for me as part of my failure process has been great, because now I know I have to develop the stamina muscle. I've learned that you don't quit when things are tough. I've learned the meaning of the phrase, you quit while you're ahead. You quit when things are great. That's if you have to quit. But it's the negative effects of failure that I haven't grasped yet. And one consequence of failure is self-doubt. And this I have experienced in abundance. And I haven't learned yet how to overcome it. Yes, I know my strengths and I'm aware of the things that I do well. I know that. But when I experience failure or rejection, I tend to forget that failure and rejection doesn't define me. What I end up doing is I wallow in a miasma of defeat. I buy the narrative that I'm not worth much and have no significant contribution to make. I find myself saying, what's the use? Why bother anyway? And it's an easy narrative to believe, because usually the evidence is glaring. I have failed in love. Desperately. I have failed at work. And often, I have failed as a father. I'm often filled with self-doubt. And to be honest, I have not learned how to overcome it. Music is my go-to therapy. I find songs that soothe my soul during this time. And I'm a little like King Saul in the Bible, who needed the young David to play the harp for him. Recently, the songs Hold Me Down and Okay from Eric Wainaina's new album Dreams in Stereo have been in replay in my ears. But on highest rotation is Something Inside So Strong by Labi Siffre. He says that there's something inside so strong, I know I can make it. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. My light will shine so bright it will blind you. I find strength in these words, but I also find strength in the words of Marianne Williamson. In her poem from the book A Return to Love. This poem is often quoted in reference to the late Nelson Mandela from his inauguration speech. It's called Our Deepest Fear. And as I read this poem for you today, I'm actually going to be reading it to myself. So I'm going to make it in first person. And I'm telling myself that my deepest fear is not that I am inadequate. My deepest fear is that I am powerful beyond measure. It is my light, not my darkness, that frightens me. I ask myself, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who am I not to be? I'm a child of God. My playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking, so that other people won't feel insecure around me. I was meant to shine. We're all meant to shine, as children do. I was born to make manifest the glory of God that is within me. It's just not in some of us. It's not just in me. It's in everyone. And as I let my own light shine, I unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As I'm getting liberated from my own fear, my presence, and hopefully this podcast, automatically liberates others. I will strive to remind myself this, and I hope you do too. So please go to either Anchor, leave me a voice message. If you have my number, drop me a voice message on WhatsApp. Or go to @Amani Maranga on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And tell me, how do you overcome your self-doubt?
The higher you build your barriers, the taller I become. The farther you take my rights away, the faster I will run. You can deny me, you can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho. Your lies will come tumbling. Deny my place and time. You squander wealth that's mine. My light will shine so brightly it will blind you. 'Cause there's something inside so strong, so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough, when we know better, just look them in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway, gonna do it anyway. Something inside so strong, and I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Sisters, when they insist we're just not good